typography helpers. With these modifiers, we can change the size of text, which we see first. We can also do that responsively for different breakpoints. Then we can change the color of text, which we see here. We can change the alignment of text, and this can also be done responsively, as we can see, or which we will see when we start to code this. And finally, we have text transformation, where we can make the text capitalized or turn into lowercase or uppercase text, or italic, or apply different weight, light, normal, semi-bold, and bold. Let's see how we use all of these different typography helpers. First, let's look at sizes. We have 7 different sizes. We need to add the modifier class is size, and then our size from 1 to 7. So I'll just select these other paragraphs. We'll add the modifier class is size, and then we'll add 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's save this and go back into our browser and refresh. Now we see that we have our 7 sizes applied. We can change this responsively as well. So to look at some examples here, we will start with the first one and add the class is size 1 mobile. So this will have the size 1, but only on mobile. Let's take a quick look. Nothing has changed, but when we decrease the window width, suddenly we'll see that this paragraph has the largest size on mobile devices, and when we increase the width again, it disappears, or the size goes back to the default size for paragraphs. So we can do something similar here for tablets. So we will add the class is size 2 tablet. And we can do something similar for touch, which is both mobile and tablet sizes. So we add the modifier class is size 3 touch. We can also do it for desktop. So we add the modifier class is size 4 desktop. Now it will have the size for desktop devices and larger. And we can add the modifier class is size 5 widescreen. This will be for even bigger devices and up. And finally, the last example is size 6 full HD for the largest available size. Let's go back and take a look. So first we have this one, which has the largest size for mobile, and then we have our second example, which has the size 2 only for the tablet size. So we can see here right there it changes to have the large size for tablets and all the way up. And we can see our third example here is for touch devices. So this is applied right here initially for mobile, and it goes to cover the tablet size as well. And then when it becomes even larger, it goes back to the default size. Then we have this one, which has the default size on small devices, but for desktop and larger, the size changes right there. So yeah, it's still right there. And the same or a similar thing is true for widescreen and full HD. The size changes on a specific breakpoint and the size is maintained for larger sizes as well. You should experiment with that and see how it really works. Great. Let's continue with color. So we have lots of different colors to choose from. I'll select these paragraphs like so, and I'll add the class, and then you need to add the modifier class has text and then the name of the color. So for the first example, we'll add white, then black, then light, then dark, and then we'll add the primary color, the info color, the link color, the success color, the warning color, and the danger color. Let's save this and take a look in the browser. Here we see all of our various colors being used. But we have more options to choose from. The rest of the options is not used that much. They are not contextual color classes that has semantic value like or meaning like success, warning, and danger, but they are just regular colors. So we have a variation of black called black bis and another variation called black tur. Then we have gray darker, we have gray dark, we have gray, we have gray light, we have gray lighter. Then we have a white variation called white tur and variation called white bis. Let's save this and take a look. Now we can see this grayscale being applied on the paragraphs. Okay, we'll continue now to text alignment. To align a paragraph to the left side, which is also the default, we can use the class has text left. To align it to the right side, we add the modifier class has text right. To center it, we will use the class has text centered. And to justify the text, we'll add the class has text justified. Let's save this and go back into our browser and refresh. Here we see our left aligned paragraph, our right aligned paragraph, our centered paragraph, and when we decrease the width here, we can see that we have this justified paragraph here. So all the lines extend to the very right end, except for the last line. Okay, we can also work responsively with text alignment. So we'll just use some examples here. First, let's make the text align to the left only on mobile. And the next example will make the text align on to the right for tablet size. And then we'll make the text centered for tablet only. So here it's for tablet and up, and here it's for tablet only. Then we'll make the text justified for touch, which is both mobile and tablet. and then we'll make the text left aligned for desktop and larger. Then we'll make the text right aligned for desktop only, using the class has text right desktop only. Then we'll make the text centered for widescreen devices and up, using the class has text centered widescreen. Then we'll make the text justified for widescreen only, using the class has text justified widescreen only. And finally, our last class will be has text left full HD. I hope all of this makes sense to you. Let's take a look in the browser. So here we have our examples. We can see that for the second one, initially it's left aligned, but for tablet sizes it will become right aligned right there. We can also see that the next example here is centered only for tablets. So initially it's left aligned, then it becomes centered right here. Then for wider screens it turns back to the default left alignment. So another example could be this one, has text right desktop only. So initially it's also left aligned, then for desktop it becomes right aligned, and for larger screens like so it goes back to the left alignment. So you should play with these examples yourself. Let's continue and talk about text transformation. We can make this paragraph capitalized by using the modifier class is capitalized. So what this will do is that it will make first letter of each word capitalized. We can also turn all the letters to lowercase by using the modifier class is lowercase. We can turn all the letters to uppercase by using the modifier class is uppercase. And finally, we can make the text italic by using the modifier class is italic. So let's go back and take a look. Scroll down. Here we see that first we are using the is capitalized modifier class. Then we'll make all the letters lowercase and then uppercase, and finally italic. Right, so now we only need to talk about text weight. To make a light text weight, we use the modifier class has text weight light. And to make the normal one, which is the default, we use the class has text weight normal. To make it semi-bold, we use the class has text weight semi-bold. And finally, we can make it bold by using the class has text weight bold. Let's save this and take a final look in the browser. I'll refresh. Here we see our 4 different values. So we have this light value, then we have our default value, which is normal text weight, then we have the semi-bold text weight, and finally the bold text weight. So this was how you can use all of the various typography helpers for sizing, colors, alignment, transformation, and weight. And some of them you could use responsively, like alignment and sizes.